Okay, guys, we're gonna apply this to the best of our ability here. So what we have is a word problem. How to use the betweenness of points. So to find out certain lengths. Okay. So let's notice here, guys, that we have Daryl who's visiting the Space Needle in Seattle. We all been there for the most part, and he knows the total height of the Space Needle is 205 feet, guys. So what we have here is that this one is 505 feet from the all the way from the ground, all the way to the top of the antenna. Okay. Now the distance from the ground to the observation deck is 10 feet more than 6 times the distance from the observation deck to the top. So that seems to be a little bit challenging, guys, because it's something that we need to really consider. Okay. So the unknown, guys, we're going to allow x to equals unknown distance. So that will be the unknown distance. So we need to help Daryl find the distance from the ground to the observation deck with that information. So that means, guys, that we do not know from the observation deck to the antenna what that is. So that is something that we need to consider. Okay. So let's go to it. So that we have a couple of things that we need to worry about. So x really is the unknown distance. So this distance is between the observation deck plus the observation desk to the antenna, guys. That's the distance that's what x would be, guys. And this one would be we know that's the total 605 is the total distance from the ground all the way to antenna. But from the bottom all the way to the top, I mean to the not to the top, but to the observation deck, it is 10 feet plus what is it? 6 times. It's 6 times the distance from the observation deck. Okay, so this one, guys, we need to be careful. So it really is 6x plus 10, really what we need to consider here. Okay, so let's go and to start answering our strategy to be able to do this. Okay, so what is the task, guys? We need to find x. We need to find x, and if we find x, that will give us that would equal to the distance from observation deck to antenna, guys. That's the unknown. Okay. Okay. So with that in mind, guys, you can pause it and we can continue this just a little bit. How will this approach? How would you approach the task? What have you learned that you can use to help you complete the task? That we need to find the x value. And to do that, guys, we can think of something like we need to find x plus that's antenna to the deck, and then from the deck to the ground, which is we said it was 6x plus 10, right? And that whole thing will equal to 605. Okay, really, that's what we need to really concentrate on finding out. Okay, so let's go here and let's do a little picture. Hopefully that will help us a little bit more. Okay, so our strategy here, guys, with this in mind, is to come here and you say, well, this is 605, okay? 605 feet. And this is the big X that we don't know. That's the known distance that we don't know. But we know that this is 6x plus 10 because it was given to us. So therefore, guys, let's do some algebra then. So we know that basically this x plus 6x plus 10 has to equal to, guys, it will equal to 605. So we're going to do the algebra for that. So let me see if we can set this up just a little bit. I'm going to have, well, 6x plus 10, and then plus x equals to 605. Okay, please notice we need to combine like terms between this one and that one. 6x plus 1x, that will give us 7x plus 10 equals to 605. Okay, now guys, we need to subtract 10. Subtract 10 to both sides. That, of course, is going to go to 0, so I end up with 7x equals to 595, I think. Is that right? Okay. And we're going to divide both sides by 7, guys. So if we divide both sides by 7, divide by 7, divided by 7, x is going to equal to, let's see. Always try, if you have a calculator handy, guys, and your computer does for the most part, guys, just go and say, well, I got 595, and I'm going to divide that by 7. How much would that be? Oh my gosh, it's 85. So I come here and I got 85. So I found, now this distance is right, this one right here, guys. This is 85, right here, 85 feet. So now you subtract 605, and that will give us the distance from the ground to the observatory one. So I'm going to erase this, guys, real quick. And now, since I know that x equals to 85, okay, with that in mind, I'm going to go to 6x plus 10, and I want to figure out what that is. Well, that is 6 times the quantity, the other known, which is really easy. It was 85. So I'm going to use my dandy calculator, and I'm going to go 6 times 85, and that's going to give me 510. So I got 510 plus 10, and that equals to the observation ground distance. Okay, so this is going to be 520, and that makes sense, guys. So it's going to be 520 feet. And that is so cool, guys. Okay, keep that in mind. We figure that's x. This was 6x plus 10, and we had that this equals to 605. We equal that to that, and that's how we were able to say, hey, check this puppy out, equal to that, and we were able to figure out the math. Okay, I hope you got it because it was interesting. I like it. I really like it. Piece of cake.